there's heaps of music from other Australian bands too, like Don Fernando. We've got a track in there that appears in the background somewhere, and Horizon's Edge, who are sort of a power metal outfit from Melbourne. They've got a track in there. The Transistors, who are sort of a more an old school retro punk kind of outfit, they've got a track in there. And Kid Crusher has got a track in there. Juggalo, and Kid Crusher in fact wrote the actual score for the movie as well. So all that highly industrial, dubstep, mash, heavy metal soundtrack that we've got all came from Kid Crusher, it's the second time he's scored a film for me, and I love the work he does. And Kid Crusher has a small cameo in the film. He's one of the trials.
And I find you guilty. Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
We recognize no law.
Yeah, it was really an open book, to be honest. He's just like, he wants something sci-fi, sort of old school kind of sounding, but then I'm still new to scoring film, so it was really, even today I'm still struggling to do it, but it's something I have fun doing. Studying the cinematic world as well as sound design, and I have more fun doing that whole thing, just like someone getting hit. Out of all things, I wish I got to master but I'm a musician more than, cinematics, because there's two different elements of how you master film and music. But I feel it would have been awesome if I'd known take on mastering a movie, music-wise, with more, sub bass and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm like more of a rap influence. I love that bass, but yeah, the sound would have had a lot more bass, I reckon. In my interpretation of the mix, it would have sounded a lot better.
So I financed SheBorg, and I financed every film I've made, including the new one, out of my own savings, which I earned from a job. So that's how I get the money together. And of course, everyone who works on the films is essentially a volunteer. They work for free, on the hope maybe that you'll make money back. But no, the chances of that happening are slim. They haven't happened yet. And I tell everybody working with me on that. So that's how I finance them. I reach into the old wallet, see how much is there. That's the budget for our new film. And then I do a lot of, can you work for free? Can you work for free? Do you reckon you could work for free? And that's the financing process. We shot for 30 odd days. I don't remember exactly how many. All weekends, some evenings, and we stole whatever public holidays people had during that time, because obviously everyone had jobs and stuff. And we started shooting on July the 4th, and we finished shooting on October the 29th. So we got 30 odd days available in that period. And then I was after every shoot day, I go home and assemble the footage. Just not even a rough edit, just an assembly of what we shot. So, because we're going back to the same location a lot, so it's like, well, if we forgot something, I'll know. So by the time we actually wrapped, there's a rough assembly of the whole film. So then I just spent a couple of weeks doing an edit on that, and then did a lot of the visual effects myself. Farmed some of them out to other people, so the visual effects were all happening at the same time. Then they come back and farm it out to Gerard, who does the sound, and Kid Crusher, who does the music. And that's the longest part of the process, because I'm doing nothing at that stage. I'm just going, come on, write some music. Come on, motherfucker. And eventually they get the music all written, and then they'll stick it back in the computer. Out pops a Blu-ray, and we had our world premiere on July the 4th, exactly 1 year after our first day of shooting.
Endo-apocalypso.
Did we just save the world?
save the world!
Whoa! Fuck yeah! Yeah!